So as we know, the Nintendo Switch is launching March the 3rd, which I think is about 10 days away now. What day is it today? Oh bugger, what day is it? It's Tuesday today, yeah, so it'll be next Friday the Nintendo Switch launches. And as we know, with the Nintendo Switch, in order for it to be massively successful as they want it to be, it needs third-party support. And now they have said, Nintendo Reggie Fils-Aimé himself has said, there will be third-party games for this console. And there is a rumor circulating at the moment. Actually, got this from an IGN article, which I'll link down below. But it's reported that Square Enix is actually considering bringing Final Fantasy XIV over to the Nintendo Switch. Now, according to the Sixth Axis and Nova Crystallis, the statement was made at the Final Fantasy XIV Fan Festival in Frankfurt, which is in Germany. And that was done this weekend. After talk of bringing Final Fantasy XIV to the Xbox One a few months ago, it seems Nintendo's Switch could be on that list too. Now, TSA says one of the game's producers, Naoki Yoshida, discussed the possibility during a talk, saying that the team's goal is to bring the game to as many platforms as possible, as long as all versions of the game can interact with each other. So therefore, you're looking at cross-platform play. So the availability of cross-platform play appears to be the biggest stumbling block at the moment. I'm guessing it's going to be on the side of Sony. Now, so the biggest stumbling block for Final Fantasy XIV coming to the Nintendo Switch is cross-platform. So that basically means that Xbox One owners, PC owners, PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch owners could all actually play together on the same game. Now, the reason why I'm saying Sony could be the biggest stumbling block in that, because if you remember, I think it was last year with Rocket League. Now, the developers of Rocket League said cross-play is ready to go. Microsoft said, yep, we're happy to do it, but Sony rejected. Now, I don't know why the reason that is. I honestly don't know, but if there's some way Sony's arm could be twisted just a little bit to get some crossplay, then Final Fantasy XIV could see its way to the Nintendo Switch, which I hope actually happens, because like I said, the Nintendo Switch desperately needs third-party support. In my opinion, that's what was the biggest downfall of the Wii U, which is a shame because the Wii U was a really good console. So hopefully this does happen. I've heard rumours circulating that the likes of Dark Souls 3 could be coming to the Switch. I've heard that Resident Evil 7 may not be coming to the Switch. And also coming from Randy Pitchford himself, he said the chances of the new Borderlands game may not be coming to the Switch. So it is really important Nintendo does get these third-party titles onto the Switch. That way it can shift a lot more consoles. Because remember, not everyone can afford to buy every single console. They can only afford just the one. So if the Nintendo Switch does have that third-party support, like it gets a Call of Duty, it's getting FIFA, so that should shift a few consoles around. And obviously like a Battlefield, one of the big AAA multi-plat games, if a few of them can end up on the Switch, then I can see the Nintendo Switch doing really well. But other than that, their launch title, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, will launch with the Nintendo Switch. So that is a decent first-party title to start off with. But what do you guys think in the comments below? Can you see Final Fantasy XIV coming over to the Nintendo Switch? And can you also see any other third-party games coming over to the Switch? Because let's remember, the Nintendo Switch is less powerful than the Xbox One, so graphically they're not going to look as great, and hopefully developers can still program the games onto the Switch. I really do hope the Nintendo Switch does well. It's an interesting little console slash handheld hybrid, and I really wish them the best of luck. This is James Boy logging off. You guys take care.